Prayer is the silent bridge that connects man to Jesus Christ, an intimate dialogue that transcends words and seeps into the very heart. It is not limited to repetitive prayers or set formulas. It is a deep cry of the soul, a request for connection with something greater, something that escapes us, but at the same time guides us. The act of praying is like an invisible embrace where, even without immediate answers, we find comfort and clarity. It doesn't matter the language, religion, or form. Prayer is universal because it arises from the human need to comprehend the incomprehensible, to rely on what cannot be touched. The miracle is not only in what is asked, but in what is learned with each word, in what is transformed within us as we surrender to the mystery of faith and hope. The simple act of praying is a rebirth every day, a renewal of strength that, even in adversity, propels us forward. Praying is a profound process of discovery, a journey that begins in the stillness of the heart and extends beyond human comprehension. When we allow ourselves to enter this sacred space, the weight of the world seems to dissipate, and a feeling of lightness envelops us. The words may seem small before the great mystery, but it is in their sincere repetition that we find the strength to face daily challenges. Prayer is not just a search for answers, but a deep dive into the most profound questions of our existence, where doubts transform into acceptance and pain into understanding. It is difficult to explain the magic that happens when we surrender to the act of prayer. It is not about seeking instant miracles, but about cultivating fertile ground where hope can germinate. What we seek is not an immediate answer, but the feeling of being heard, of knowing that our concerns are not alone in the universe. Prayer reminds us of our fragility, but also of our capacity for transcendence, to find strength in moments of vulnerability. At certain moments, prayer becomes a refuge, a space where we can be entirely ourselves, without masks, without judgment. It is a reminder that no matter how chaotic the world around us seems, there will always be a place within us where peace can reside. And that space, so deep and mysterious, is where true prayer happens. When we shed our uncertainties and simply surrender to the present, trusting that what we need is already being worked on, in ways we may not understand at the moment. The power of prayer does not only lie in the act of asking, but in the transformation it brings to the one who prays. As we open ourselves, we receive more than answers. We receive clarity, patience, and a constant renewal of our perspective. With each prayer, we become more aware of who we are, more in tune with the essence of our being. Prayer, then, ceases to be a mere request and becomes a genuine expression of gratitude, acceptance, and love. The faith that strengthens in the silence of prayer is something that transcends any rational explanation. It is a subtle movement that connects us with the divine and, at the same time, with others. When we pray, we become part of something larger, something infinite, and the feeling of belonging intensifies. And even in times of doubt, prayer offers a window to hope, an open door to new possibilities. It is a practice of humility, reminding us that despite all our efforts and struggles, there is something beyond us, something that guides us and sustains us. Prayer is, finally, a reflection of what is purest and most sincere within us. When we pray with an open heart, we not only connect with the divine, but also with our own essence, with what is genuine and eternal in our soul. Thus, prayer becomes a space where we find true peace, the peace that does not depend on what happens to us, but on what we choose to cultivate within. And this peace is the greatest gift we can give ourselves, the deepest experience of harmony we can achieve.